Hello folks, we come to the exercise 8.2 part 3. We were taking up the middle term now after looking at the general terms. So let's look at the middle term. They give us an expression of the type x plus 3 plus 9y whole raised to 10. Now we have seen it even in the previous question that if it is whole raised to 10, the expansion will totally have 11 terms. So when the expansion has got 11 terms, that means odd number of terms, there will be only one middle term. It's easy to find the middle term. And which will be the middle term? Sixth term. How? Because there are 11 terms, so it will be 11 plus 1, 12. That's how we find out the midpoint of, we have done it in median and all that. Whenever you have odd number, just add 1 and take its half. So 11 plus 1 is 12, 12 by 2 is 6. So therefore your middle term will be the sixth term. So that we will write. Therefore the middle term is the sixth term, and that by formula is 10c5. That's how we learn it. And then we have x by 3 raised to 5, that is 10 minus 5, and 9y raised to 5. So let's have it. 10 factorial, 5 factorial, 5 factorial, x raised to 5, 3 raised to 5, 9 raised to 5, y raised to 5. Now writing this is as good as writing 3 squared whole raised to 5. So this will be now 5 factorial into 6 into 7 into 8 into 9 into 10. And this is now one of the 5 factorial, the other one 2 into 3 into 4 into 5. And this is 3 raised to 10 because of this thing. And this is 3 raised to 5, x raised to 5, y raised to 5. So all this is solvable. This can get cut. 6 can go. 5 is twice and 4 is also twice. So this can become 3 raised to 5. A raised to m by a raised to n is a raised to m minus n, that way. So what all things are happening here? 7 is there, 2 2s are 4, 9, 3 raised to 5, x raised to 5, y raised to 5. So let's get the answer for this. This is 28. 28 into 9. 72. 9 2s are 18 and 7. It is 25. So this much is over. Then 3 raised to 5 is, it is 3 3s, 9 9, 81, 81, 243. Let's get it multiplied. 3 2s are 6, 5 3s are 15, 7. Then 4 2s are 8, 20. 4 2s are 8, 10. Then 2 2s are 4, 5 2s are 10, 2 2s are 4 and 1, 5. Let's check. 6, 13, 12, 6. 6, 1, 2, 3, 6. X raised to 5, y raised to 5 is going to be your 8th term. That's right? That's about our middle term. Now, next question. What does it say? That they give us an expression 1 plus a whole raised to m plus n. They ask us to look at the coefficient of a raised to m. You can accordingly take the term. Find the coefficient of a raised to m. Find the coefficient of a raised to n. Whether they are equal or not, that we have to check. Now, in order to get the coefficient of a raised to m, you design your own term. Which term should you have? So, if you have to get a raised to m, see, generally a term tr plus 1 in this case will be m plus n c r, 1 we don't take, a raised to r. So if you have to get a raised to m, you should look at m plus 1 term. And if you want a raised to n, you should look n plus 1th term. Are we clear? So let's check. Let's consider those two terms and let's check the coefficients. Consider t m plus 1th term. So by formula m plus n c m a raised to m, and t n plus 1th term is m plus n c n a raised to n. In these cases, coefficient of t m plus 1 is m plus 1 n c m. Let's solve this. M plus n factorial, m factorial, then when you take the difference will be n factorial. Then of t n plus 1, that is also m plus n factorial as it is, and the difference is m factorial. They are exactly the same. See, numerator m plus n factorial, denominator m factorial into n factorial. So they are same, and therefore the coefficients are equal. That's what they have asked us to check. That's about it. Now, in the next 10th question, they give us an expansion x plus 1 whole raised to n. And there they are giving that the coefficients, okay, though I have written it roughly over here, it's actually the coefficients. Isn't it? Let's check. Yeah, the coefficients of tr minus 1 is to tr plus 1 is 1 is to 3 is to 5. You are supposed to find what? We are supposed to find n and r. We are supposed to find. Now, triple ratio, no problem. We can split these two as this ratio, these two as this ratio, and then we can work out. So, in general here, let's get all these terms. tr minus 1 is going to be n, c, 1 down, r minus 2. Only we require only the coefficients, right? So, here coefficients of, right, of tr. What is going to be the coefficient? n, c, r minus 1. Then tr plus 1, n, c, r. So, given that NCR minus 2 by NCR is 1 by 3 and NCR minus 1 by NCR is 3 by 5, we're splitting it into two parts and then we're doing it. This is a coefficient, we've got it. So now what it is basically applying the definition and solving it. So let's see what's the definition here. N factorial by R minus 2 factorial. Then n minus r minus 2, that is what you should do. So it's n minus r plus 2. This is the numerator. Now let's see the denominator. N factorial by r minus 1 factorial, then n minus r minus 1. So n minus r plus 1 factorial is 1 by 3. Okay. Now n factorial, we have learned even before that if you have a numerator by denominator which itself are fractions, then numerator can cancel and denominator can cancel. So now out of this r minus 2 and r minus 1 and both these solving, maybe when we write it in simplified form, it's r minus 1 factorial n minus r plus 1 factorial by r minus 2 factorial by n minus r plus 2 factorial. Why we got this? Because divided by this expression means multiplication by the reciprocal. So this is how it will happen. Now we have to check which is big and which is small and how it can cut each other. If you take r as 5, 5 minus 2 is 3, 5 minus 1 is 4. So this is bigger. So what will happen? This will become r minus 2 factorial into r minus 1. So you are left with r minus 1. Amongst these two, suppose say n is 5 and r is 2. Let's check what will come. 5 minus 2 plus 1, that is 4 in the numerator, and 5 minus 2 plus 2, 5 in the denominator. So denominator is big. So it will be n minus r plus 1 factorial into n minus r plus 2. So this is what is surviving term. So what will happen? We will have r minus 1 by n minus r plus 2 equal to 1 by 3 on solving. 3r minus 3 equal to n minus r plus 2, or rather when we bring everything on one side, n here minus r plus 2 is there, minus 3r plus 3 equal to 0. So how does this come? Yeah, it will come to n minus 4r plus 5 equal to 0, or n is equal to 4r minus 5. Now we take the next part. In the next part we have ncr minus 1 by ncr becoming 3 by 5. So when we solve this, this is n factorial by r minus 1 factorial into n minus r plus 1 as we did there, by n factorial r factorial n minus r factorial, and then we have this 3 by 5. N factorial can cut. This is smaller, this is bigger. So there will be r left. This is bigger, this is smaller. So there is n minus r plus 1 left. When we finally solve it, it is r by n minus r plus 1 becoming 3 by 5. Crisscross. 5r is equal to 3 times n minus r plus 1, which is 3n minus 3r plus 3. Or you could have maybe this can go here, so it will become 8r minus 3 equal to 3n. That you can substitute this value. Okay, so it will come to, instead of n, 4r minus 5, which means 12r minus 15, 8r minus 3, r on one side, number on the other. So 15 minus 3 is 12r minus 8r, which is 4r equal to 12, r is 3. Fine, if r is 3, then what is n? 12 minus 5, which is 7. So getting n as 7 and r as 3. That's about this problem. Basically definition of factorial, that we are trying to put it across correctly and get the answer. That's all about this video. With new problems in the new video we will meet. Thank you.